Ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment coming up that so many in the collector car world have been waiting for. History is about to roll onto the block here as this packed house at Mecum Kissimmee anticipates the arrival of this car, the GT40 Mark II factory lightweight from Ford in 1966.
Boy, we've talked about this a lot, and I never get tired of hearing the story. 11 GT40 Mark II cars were built. That's with a big block engine. Only 9 examples have survived. And this, of course, one of the 3 lightweight cars. And we thank Alan Mann for making these lightweight cars and the 427 engines. Most of the cars that still remain, those 9, in the collections of people like Miles Collier, Fred Simeone, the Philadelphia collector, and the Shelby American collection.
Steve Matchett, you're down there. Man, I've got goosebumps. I know you do too.
It's absolutely stunning. It's remarkable. We've been talking about it for the last few days. We've done previews on the car. You guys have been so good at telling the history of the car, but it is just an absolute immaculate piece of automotive history. And just listening to the reaction from the crowd as it comes onto the block is phenomenal.
That is not a typo at the top of your screen. $6 million is bid on this car.
Ronnie Spain, the noted GT40 expert, has said, and if he says it, he means it, there are other Mark IIs which have been fabulously restored to original configuration, but only this car is in that original condition still.
Yeah. Bill, you and I have talked about it when we went up to the Apex collection, that these guys and gals at Apex understand exactly what to do with the car. Bring back to life what needs to be brought back to life and leave the rest. And there's so little that needs to be done to this car. It's just so perfect.
They understand the difference between preservation and restoration.
Boom, that's it right there, yeah. That's it right there.
$8.5 million is bid.
5, you have to say you want it.
4 bidders on the telephone.
4 GT came along, 1964, 1965. Was not a very successful race car. A lot of growing pains, a lot of bugs to be worked out. Carroll Shelby came along. Even Holman Moody got on board during that time. And, of course, Carroll Shelby's GT40s, the ones that he prepared. The most successful, I would say, in 1966, that 1-2-3 finish at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which, of course, has been chronicled in Ford versus Ferrari, that recent movie.
I know.
And then, of course, the J car came along, 1967. Dan Gurney, A.J. Foyt absolutely crushed everything on that racetrack in France. And then Ford got out of the long-distance endurance racing business with their GT40s, but others, they still wanted to go out there with these cars. They felt they had a lot of life. And Steve, you remember how John Wyer came along in 68 and 69 and continued the success. But this car right here, this one is a real halo car in GT40 history.
It's a real halo car. And Bill, I just want to highlight this sort of detailing around here. This is exactly what we're talking about, how Apex just get it absolutely right. It would have been so tempting to have removed those stone damage marks and changed the paintwork. It would have been so relatively easy, but it takes away from that fantastic heritage of the car. They're not going to do it. They don't want to do it.
And just
$10.5 million. I'm sorry, Bill.
No, just quick. And just how important this paint is, this red, which became a very famous color in '67 on the cars that Foyt and Gurney drove, that Victory Red with the white over-the-top stripes.
We are at $11 million.
It's an Apex.
Yep. 11.5. 11 mil. 11.5. 11.5. 11.5. 11 bid. 11.5. Higher negative 5.
All right.
250,000. Impossible to tell, as we say, to count this car.
No, there's only 3 lightweights, and they do not come up for sale very often.
You said it earlier, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here.
Yes.
To get this car.
That's what we're all watching right now.
11,250 now.
Original body, thin gauge steel chassis, aluminum lightweight roof.
Anyways, well, we're going to find out.
And a former Formula One engineer like Steve Matchett understands the relationship between lightweight and success on the racetrack.
Engineers and mechanics, they spend their entire working life trying to just get 1 ounce away from that car.
Yeah.
Reserve is still on.
500 pounds and not an honor. 255, 11 million 500, 11 million 5. Sam, Dave, 11 million 500.
Russ Conklin, our auctioneer, is asking 11.5 million.
250.
Just
11 million 5. Now 5, 255. 11 million 500. 500 pounds and out of bed. 255. 11 million 250. 11 million 500 pounds and out of bed. 250.
Trying to work it out.
I mean, down 500.
Tug of war.
500 pound out of bed.
Yeah, I could probably go at this point, unless you want to keep going.
500.
You good?
255. 11 million 500. Ricky.
I'm good. Guys, you think about the kind of car this
Reserve is
might
coming off.
end up sitting next to in someone's collection.
It's for sale.
Really makes you wonder.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow, look at this. And listen to the crowd.
11 million 500.
It's what we all wanted.
Oh, yes.
You know, we were very cautious in what we thought this car would sell for. It would be so easy to overvalue it, but we are seeing that that did not happen.
The tension rising just before that announcement, it was tactile, right? You could feel it in the auction room.
So many people on their feet.
Frank Mecum is headed out into the crowd. It looks like he's got a potential bidder out there. He was indicating 11.5. He's trying to make the deal right now.
11,250. Frank shakes his head.
Didn't have it.
It's going to go the other way, it looks like.
You're all done. Okay? I'm still waiting. 11,250, 11.5. 11 million 500 thousand out of bed. 250, not 5. 11 million 5. Everybody done? 11,250. 11 million 500. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. So,
Wow, everybody exhales.
Yep.
And the excitement is amazing. $11,250,000.
I am so glad we were able to witness that firsthand.
And I'll let that picture right there send us away to break. Back in a moment.